Hey guys, we're back at work on the homestead and it's firewood time. We lost 5 trees this year. Ground was just pretty wet and we had some pretty big winds and just uprooted the 5, so it's firewood time. So if I look back in time, I can remember the times when you never really worried about the safety aspect of chainsawing. I lost my stepfather way back in the 80s, and it was just, here's the chainsaw, son, go and organise firewood, and so that's what we'd go and do and not worry about the safety aspects of a chainsaw and the mess that a chainsaw can make if things do happen. And okay, as time progressed, I guess we moved on to things like chainsaw chaps, and man, I can tell you, I wouldn't be seen dead without a pair of chaps on when the chainsaw's going. You just get that tingle up your spine knowing that you should have those chaps on. And then as time has progressed, I have started to carry my own IFAK pack for chainsawing, and I'm guessing this is what this video is going to be about. It's just going to show you the contents of my IFAK pack, what I now carry, and I now get the shiver up my spine when I don't carry that IFAK pack, even though I know that I might be 15-20 meters from the homestead and I've got a fully packed out truck over there with a kit in it in the paddock in the field doing the chainsawing. I just feel so uncomfortable not having it with me, and it just gives me the, well, I don't know, the heebie-jeebies, if you call it, something like that. Just gives me the bad feeling. So guys, let's take a look at it. I'm going to whip it off. So I just have a very small pouch because there's nothing worse than something big and bulky in the road, and that's it. I just have it all in this one little pouch. And so we'll bring you in a bit closer and we'll go through the contents of it. So there you go, the set of earmuffs here for comparison in size. It is a tiny pouch. We've got it rigged up so it just goes through a bout loop. We've forgotten about the molly because it's not going to go on anything to do with molly at all. It just goes on with chainsaw chaps. Rip it open and we'll just get straight into it quickly. So we've got the cats, the gauzes, bandages, and another gauze, and there we have it. So the first thing you're going to need is a tourniquet. This one here I'm running is the Cat Gen 7. It's the standard, they call it. There are others out there now. You've got the Sam Splint one, the XT. We sell those. We've got some TacMeg ones, the wides, their latest version. So guys, you need a good tourniquet. Check it's legit. We have a lot of counterfeits here on the market here in New Zealand, a ton of them. So make sure you get in the right one. I wouldn't buy a tourniquet, I wouldn't buy a cat tourniquet unless it's got the Gen 7 on it, like that on the back. That's what you need. Leave the other rubbish behind. We've got a strap cutter. So this is just a wee Benchmade one here, standard issue, nothing tricky in it either. It's just for cutting what you need to cut. Sometimes you're wearing heavy trousers, you need to slice into that to get to the wound area, and that's where I use one of them, small, compact and easy. Gauzes, Quikclot. We mainly only now get our hands on the Quikclot stuff with good dates and all that, so this is what we have here. It's just for picking out your wound. It's nothing tricky on it. We all know how it works. Got a wound gauze packer in there for North American Rescue. These are brilliant. I cannot stock enough of these, and these just fly out the window. These are absolutely brilliant. And then you just want a good bandage, compression bandage. That's what you need. So things in life can get overcomplicated now. We live in a society where everybody needs to be trained to a certain medical standard, that apart from having to do heart surgery, you're qualified to do everything else. We seem to have moved on from somebody who can just go and pick up a welder and do a bit of welding at home, but now that you have to go and do 3 courses to qualify as a welder, to have your weld certified, and all you're doing is fixing a broken weld. I can remember in the 80s, everybody in the 80s and 90s knew how to use a welder. Every homestead farm had a welder, and you didn't need to have a science degree or a certificate to say you had to use it. And it's very much similar with some of this med gear. This med gear has been designed for the average GI Joe to use, and yes, you probably want to do some practice and some training with it, but it's a lot of the stuff is not hard stuff to use. The tourniquet is not hard. There are guys on YouTube who know a lot more about this stuff than what I do. And the reason why I say that is here in New Zealand there is not many guys who can show you what you need to do. You need to do the research, the training and the practice yourself. We are a country who has not been at war. We are a country who are not like the Americans in the States, where you guys are trained for this stuff. We are not trained here in New Zealand like you guys would have been. So I'm just ranting and raving. I'll end it there, guys. Get yourself a good kit. You don't need to buy it from me. Make sure it's legit. And guys, just stay safe out there. The chainsaw on the homestead, and probably other than the quad bike, probably the two most dangerous things you're ever going to have to use and can do the most damage. Tourniquet kit's probably not going to help you when the quad rolls on you, but it was certainly going to help you when you rip your leg open or other parts. So I'm going to end it there. I've got 3 trees to go, and need to crank up the chainsaw and keep going. So we'll catch you guys hopefully in the next video. Thanks.